Hey guys, it's Transformation Charlie from Transforming Yourself, Others, and the World. Hey, it's the end of Carnivore Month. That was a day before yesterday, and I went through, did all my measurements yesterday, and I'm super excited to give you the results. I'm very, very happy with how the month went, on top of feeling like a champ. Very happy to give you the results. Going to give them to you just here in a moment. Hey, if you like what you're hearing on this channel, then subscribe down here. Hit the subscribe button and the alarm bell so you know every time I know when I upload a new video. And the other thing is, please hit the like button, because that takes this information, it throws it into the algorithm, and forces the algorithm to show this kind of information to people. And the carnivore message, the proper human diet message has got to go out to the world. They're dying of, the world is dying of basically diabetes 2, diabetes 3, of sugar and sugar addiction, carbohydrate addiction, and there's a way out. And it's not the way they're doing it now, and they need to hear about it. They just don't know. They just don't know. So we need to get that message out there, okay? So subscribe, bell, like, let's go. Okay, so my numbers. The end of my first month on carnivore. I am absolutely convinced I have found the solution for my life. After 1 month, I can tell you that I had just a couple cravings. I didn't cheat one time. I had a couple cravings, mostly because when I look back on them, I had those cravings because I made a mistake and did not eat enough fat on those days. I ate too lean on those days, and then my kids had, who are not going along with me here, they brought home pizza and had chips, and my daughter was super, she didn't know it, it's not her fault, but she baked these crazy American chocolate chip cookies that that we just don't get here in Germany. Like, that's a kind of good that you just don't get every place else. I know now it's just actually poison, but man, oh man, they look good. And I don't know that I officially came close, but I looked at them and went, wow, I'd really like to have that. And when I look back on it, why did I feel that weak? Why did I even think that was going to taste good? And to be honest, I hadn't been eating enough fat for the previous 2 days. Lesson learned. The other is, the other thing I learned is that I love brie cheese, and it is carnivore. It is absolutely carnivore. It is protein and fat. It is great cheese. Love it. And that was, I just didn't feel good afterwards. I just ate too much of it on too many days in a row. Didn't feel good afterwards. Felt kind of bloated, more tired than normal. So definitely be cutting back on that. If it's cheese at all, then definitely not that one. And then of course I did tell you in 2 videos ago where I talked about where I visited my daughter at work, and my dog Abby's here to visit while I'm doing the video. It's perfect. Where I visited my daughter at work, and there wasn't very much for me to eat there, and I had like some salami and a bunch of cheese, and it just wasn't very good for me. So I learned some things. I need to cut back on cheese. It's not very good for me. But other than that, those 2 things, cheese not being good for me, and then the not having enough fat and that causing some kind of cravings, the month was amazing. So let me give you some results, and then I'm going to tell you about the rest of my experience. So I measured myself at the beginning of the month, wrote them all down, and so I'm just super excited as a whole this month. I know we're not doing it just for weight loss. We're doing it for health. I've gone to carnivore because I can't do carbohydrates and sugars anymore. I'm just an addict. And I can't say no to it anymore. And carnivore, the proper Huber diet with intermittent fasting is just the solution for me. Really, really, really the solution. And I'm super excited about it, and it gave me great results, and I felt awesome the entire time. I've talked in previous videos how, because I'd done so much keto in the past, that I didn't have the really bad keto flu like everybody hears about. So I didn't have those first couple weeks that were really hard and kind of not very pleasant, and I already had that stuff behind me, and so I could jump in and just really, then it was just straight go. So let me see. Okay, so as a whole, I lost 7.7 kilos. That is 16.4 pounds. And that is amazing. You saw in the thumbnail the differences, and that is just, it's crazy, right? If I keep that up, I'm going to be at the weight I'm really aiming at in a matter of 4 to 5 months. And that is super exciting. I'm a baseball trainer. I'm a baseball coach my son, the U18, the second league, so the minor league team for the Cologne Cardinals, and I will be no longer a bad example of being a coach, but a good example. This is what it looks like, and maybe I could take some of these guys on the way. Maybe they'll get interested in what I'm doing. I told them I was doing carnivore. They were super excited about that, and they'll be watching. Maybe I'll have the chance to help some of them clean up their eating habits and get them off carbohydrates and sugar, and we'll get all of our guys firing like Ferraris instead of VW bugs. I think that's what we got going. That's the reality. That's what I'm feeling like. They asked me, how do I feel? I said, it's like being on turbo all the time. It's like living in turbo modus all the time. The energy, the motivation and everything is just crazy. So, yeah. So 7.7 kilos, so 16.4 pounds. I'd be off a tenth or so there. Simply incredible. I went down 2 belt notches on my belt. That is because my waist went down 5.5 centimeters. And that is a pretty fair bit. That was pretty exciting. My chest here, my man boobs, went down 6 centimeters. That is super exciting. You can tell that. You can see that. You see it on the thumbnail. And that is, I just starting to feel amazing. My arms, yeah, this stuff here, down here, and all the fat around it, went down 2 centimeters. That's about an inch, like a full inch. I went down in terms of size. That was amazing. Let's see, I told you about my waist, the hips. So really around the butt, went down 3.5 centimeters. That's a little over a total inch, which feels really amazing. And so, yeah, I took a couple other measurements, but I just believe I measured inaccurately. So they don't make any sense, the measurements that I took. So also very, very exciting for me is we have a mobile blood pressure cuff here at home. Not with a pump up, and you need one person to do it. You can't do it to yourself. No, real like electric one. Put it here on your arm, and then and it was a little high when I started at the beginning of the month at 144/80, and yesterday I went down 7 points in 1 month just by changing my diet. I went down 7 points, and it was at 137/84. So that was in the morning, so just waking up. So really super, super exciting results. So as if it's not enough that I feel awesome, it has some really, really, really good results. I'm very, very excited. And the people around me are getting excited too. And what I'm finding is that people are very open to, at least here in Germany, open to accommodating me and my new way of eating. Yeah, so we were invited to breakfast, and somebody asked, "Hey, do we need to provide something special for Charlie? What can we provide for him?" Which is really cool. You know, and typically these days we know that as something like only vegans or vegetarians really get that kind of consideration. But my friends are also being very considerate of it. Interestingly enough, the family that asked me is a woman who has Crohn's very badly, and I'm hoping to influence her. I've already sent her a bunch of stuff. Find out tomorrow how much she's able to kind of keep that. How maybe her husband is kind of fighting it. I don't know. I'll be interested to hear their opinion tomorrow. I have another friend who's suffering from MS. Somewhat advanced stages. It's been worse than it is now in the past, but she says she's doing more of a keto, probably more honestly. And she says she feels better than she's felt in a really, really, really long time. She's just very German. And to be honest, bread here in Germany is an idol. They can do it very well. There's no doubt. They have a reason to be proud of their bakery culture here in Germany. The bread is very, very, very good. And the rolls and yeah. Poison also tastes really great. And she said she just can't imagine her life without bread. I said, well, yeah, your life without life is also not good. Your family wants to have you for a very long time, and carbohydrates are just going to assure that they don't have you for as long. We'll see how she does. So those are people that I'm kind of influencing already in this area, and that's what I want to do, right? I want to get, my heart is, right? I'm a Christian. I think kingdom is also good health, right? I want to improve the world. I'm supposed to make it a little more heavenly. Well, when 50 to 75% of the people walking around are obese, including me, that's not very heavenly. And we got to change that. And we're a part of that, right? We're not jamming it down somebody's throats. We're not doing the vegan thing where we're screaming at people and shaming them. We are just loving them and showing them, trying to show them another way and be a better example. And hopefully, in German they say that honey draws more flies than vinegar, and so that we're just trying to be honey, and that's all I'm trying to do. And so there's really, really, really great month. I'm going to keep going. I am convinced this is the way for me, the new life, the lifestyle for the rest of my life, and I'm just going to keep going. So I can't imagine anything that's going to get in the way now. So hey, those are my results for this month. Hey guys, we're going to do this together. Yeah. So leave a comment below. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me how your month was. Tell me if you're interested about what is Carnivore all about. I'd love to get in contact with you and talk about that. So leave your ideas, comments, your results for the month below, and we'll stay in touch. Yeah. So thanks. That's my results for the month, and we'll talk to you on the next video when I upload the next video. Thank you very much, guys. Love you very much.